Hello and welcome to the Dayton Art Institute. Tonight is Thursday, October 31st, 2013, and if you're just seeing this for the first time, we are here this evening as Dayton area broadcasters honor their own. Tonight is the night of the 6th biannual induction gala and 10 years inception celebration of the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. My name's Jason Michaels with Cox Media Group and WHIO Radio, and we are here to give you a front row seat to all of the festivities as some of the faces you see on television, some of the voices you've heard on radio tonight enter Dayton broadcast immortality. And this gentleman here is certainly a face and a voice that you have seen over many, many years of broadcasting in both radio and television, George Wymer. And George, tonight you are being inducted in the Dayton Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Your thoughts?
I think it's fantastic. It's very humbling. It's the 10th year. I remember the first year my dad was inducted,
right,
and that was a big thrill. And to join him and all the other people who are already in the hall, and then the people tonight, I hope it's a lot of fun. I hope I can do the speech because I'm nervous.
I've known this gentleman here probably for 30 years or more, and I've never seen you at a loss for words, George.
Oh, I can keep the banner going, but inside the butterflies are still flying around there. I'll think of something to say.
And you got to imagine, and I imagine it's gone through your mind at least. Your dad's got to be proud of you tonight.
Yes, I know he is. And I was equally very proud of all of his accomplishments. He paved the way for a lot of people, and hopefully people will continue to remember that he was one of the guys that did it the right way. And I know a lot of people that got into broadcasting because of his influence, and they wanted to do something like that. They saw what a great industry it was, and he motivated a lot of people.
I can remember seeing your dad when I was a kid standing outside Lowe's downtown doing his program on WING all those years.
That's right, Man on the Street under the marquee of Lowe's Theater. Later on it moved to the Kettering Tower and then Courthouse Plaza. The longest continually sponsored radio program in the world.
Well, it's great to have you here tonight and enjoy yourself, George.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
And of course, this lady is no doubt a favorite of many, many people throughout the Dayton, Miami Valley area. And I would have to say you are now, Betty, the grande dame of Dayton radio and television. Betty Rogie is here with us. And, Betty, tonight, such a special evening as we honor all of the broadcasters who are being inducted. But you, in fact, you have been in Dayton area radio and television all the way back into the 1930s. And when you started in television, let's face it, Lucy was maybe the queen of the networks.
Yes, oh my. It's been a long time, but I've enjoyed it. I really haven't. Anytime they ask me to do anything, I'm always so pleased. And I wonder if anybody will know me, but they always do.
Hey, well, and for good reason, too, for all the many, many programs that you had on both radio and television over the years. What would you say, Betty, to some of the young people who are considering a career in this field?
Well, just keep it up. No, you have to really work at it, and because, it's never easy, but it's really is so rewarding. Has been for me because people come up to me and they say, I know you.
What do you think was the most memorable interview that you ever did?
Oh.
And I know there's thousands of them in
yes.
there.
So many. The Kenley people. And I was in 6 shows. I just had little tiny bit parts. But I was there with, Tony Randall and all these people. So that was, an honor to do that. But who was the best one? Well, I don't know. Lucille Ball.
Without a doubt. The queen of television there.
Oh, she was something. And when her son was in the show.
You mean Desi Jr.?
Yes. And she came in and, I was honored to have her. And I took her she wanted to get a piece of jewelry for him because he was in the show. So she wanted to get something for him. And the jeweler looked at me like, how dare you bring that woman in here? And I thought, oh, please,
Oh, mercy.
But anyway, he said to me later on, he said, she could buy and sell Dayton.
Oh, mercy.
But I don't like it when people do that with stars.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's wonderful to see you tonight. We hope you enjoy yourself.
Oh, thank you. I will.
All right. Very good. Betty Rogie, ladies and gentlemen. And this gentleman here is Jim Johnson. Now, those of you around the broadcasting circles remember Jim from many, many years. First as a salesperson at WAVI, WDAO, and of course, when those stations were sold, Jim and his company, Johnson Communications, purchased WDAO and has been operating it as station owner ever since. And Jim, tonight you're going in the Dayton Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
I am so fortunate to be one of the ones joining in the ranks of some other greats.
And you know, you've really been an entrepreneur, picking up the 1210 frequency and moving WDAO to it. And you know, you hear today about the AM radio stations that struggle to survive, and yet WDAO prospers and thrives as a very essential part of the Dayton community.
We believe that it's important to be an essential part of the community. In other words, we like to say that we're married to it, and we're involved in the community, and we tell ourselves over and over again that we're in the community for the community, and we let the community know that we're there.
And I can only imagine everybody from Brother Stanley Henry and Ricky Smith and all of those people certainly would be smiling tonight.
They actually appreciated WDAO even before their departure. Once we were on AM, and we've been on AM since 1985. And of course, we've had a chance to really be a part of a community that we plan to stay and be there for a long, long time.
And can't wait to see that long, long time and how it plays out. Jim, congratulations.
Thank you.
And certainly looking forward to the festivities tonight. Have a great evening.
Thank you so very much for allowing me to be on this program with you.
I guess tonight, Kathy O'Connor-Bow, you would be the person who might get the award for a person who traveled the longest distance to get here.
Yeah, 3,000 miles from Northern California, where it was nice and warm and dry.
Well, we're glad you could join us on what is a dark and stormy night here in Dayton, Ohio. But of course, you are here because you are an inductee here at the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
I've already been inducted.
Yes.
But I'm going to introduce George Wymer, who is going to be inducted this year. And George and I worked together for years at WING Radio.
Yes, indeed.
When I first started.
Now, you know what? We talk about all of the many folks who have worked for many years at stations like WING and so forth. There's a lot of young people out there who may be considering broadcasting as a career. And some people will say, well, you know what, you really can't make it in that business or whatever. Well, what advice would you give to someone?
It's a great business, particularly for a young person. I think older people, it's a little difficult because we work nights and weekends, and every Christmas for 10 years, I never had Christmas off. But it's a wonderful career if you're curious. You have to be a curious individual if you want to go into news. If you're not, stay home. Because you've got to have that natural curiosity that you want to know, well, why are you saying that? Well, what are you hiding? What are you not telling us?
Speaking truth to power.
Absolutely. And I think that's very important for somebody to go in the business. It's a wonderful business, but it's very changed today than what I went into in 1969.
Yeah, I know what you're saying because I can remember starting in 1974 and we were still playing music off vinyl and putting carts into machines.
But it's also different for instance, I live in Northern California, the Sacramento area, and I could not name you one person at any of the local stations. There's no immediacy between the local channels and the people that give the news anymore because there's so much else out there. There's Fox and CNN and all of the other channels that people can watch. We didn't have that.
Or as Bruce Springsteen said, 500 channels and nothing's on.
That's right, but we had 2 channels that had news when I started in the business, and then Channel 22 got a newscast. And that was a big deal. So it's a very different business today, and you don't go into it knowing you're going to be known at all because people won't know you anymore. You just go out there and do the job. It's not a game anymore to be famous. It's a game to be out there and be a good newscaster and get a good story.
But you know what? That's the reason why organizations like the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame exist.
That's right, and I admire them, and I come back every 2 years just because I support what Reeve Phillips and all the other people have done to keep it alive, because these people have worked for not a great deal of money for many, many years, beating the path and getting the jobs, Bob Phillips and Chuck Up the Grove and all the people that people really remember. And they didn't do it for a lot of money. They did it because they love the game of news and understand that you've got to be curious and you want to know why things are done and why they're not done. And that's good for people.
And Kathy, it's great to see you. I hope you enjoy yourself tonight.
Thank you. I will. I know I'll enjoy it. It's good to see everybody. Thank you.
Great to have you here. And tonight, one of our inductees is not actually a broadcaster, but certainly I call him a friend of broadcasting. He's the Honorable Judge Bill Littlejohn. And hello there. Welcome, sir, to the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame induction.
Hey, I am excited about being here. Thanks for getting me here. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here.
Well, you are being inducted tonight as a friend of broadcasting. I know you always have been.
I've tried. I had a good role model in Judge Walter Rice.
Yes.
That's one of my role models, yes.
And I think you, more than maybe anyone else, have a unique perspective as to broadcasting's role in the community.
Yes, I think if it were not for the broadcasters, they're the eyes and ears of our community for freedom. So I really support open courts, open broadcasting, open pencil and electronic press. Without that, I don't know where we would be.
You know, you make a very interesting point, because we live in a day and age where now we have a 24-hour news cycle. Things break at a moment's notice, and it seems that there is a fight among those in journalism for openness, not only among the political class, but among the courts and everything else.
Well, there's not too much privacy anymore, so you might as well join in. I did my first Twitter last week. So I have a Twitter account. I forgot how to get back on there, though, but I have to talk to my daughter, and she'll share with me how to get back on. But I did my first Twitter tweet.
Yep. So be looking for his honor on Twitter here very, very soon. Judge, thank you very much. We're glad you're here.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Been a long time since I've seen this gentleman, but certainly glad to have him with us tonight as he is being inducted into the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. The gentleman who, for many, many years, has been known as Good Old Friendly. David G. McFarland, hello there.
Hi, it's great to be here. I'm so excited.
And, you're... For many, many years.
Where's the bowling alley? I want to do bowling for dollars again, right?
That's right. That's right. And for many, many years, you're on the radio, WONE,
right.
and then on television doing the bowling for dollars. And you were on our stations, I know, over at Cox for years,
and
doing
then
mornings,
oldies,
doing oldies.
Been around, played it all, said it all. Huh?
You're in this business because you love it.
That's right. That's right.
And it's
when my parents said, "What do you want to do?" and I told them, they said, "What do you really want to do?" You know.
But you know what? You've made a career out of many, many years.
I'm so glad that I ended up in Dayton. This is the greatest place in the world.
And I think you are a testament to one thing. You know, a lot of people get in this business, and they forget that it's about the listener. You never did that.
Well, one of the things was that especially with the country listener, it's such a family that it changes your whole opinion of radio, really.
I know. I talked with your old boss, Terry Wood, one time,
right.
and Terry was telling me that the one thing that always impressed him was that you were the type of person who would always go out. You would shake every hand, you would kiss every baby, and because you wanted to do it, and you believed in those people.
Well, those are the people you need. Those are the people that you depend on to keep you going. You know, and. So when Sam Yakavazzi, who was the manager at the time, and they had just gone country, hired me, he said, "Now, if I give you this job, you promise you'll stay a while." Well, I guess I stayed a while.
I would say, 35, 40 years. David, it is great to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy the festivities.
Oh, I certainly will. Thank you so much.
And without a doubt, just about anybody knows this guy right here, and of course he is an inductee tonight into the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Jim Bucher.
How are you? I thought you were talking about somebody else.
No. And you are here with a bunch of friends, and it's I guess, is this your fan club?
Yeah, this is it. I've got 3 people. Is all. Actually, they were paid. I had to pay them. But my wife, Lauren. Now I gotta put this into perspective. How much time do we have, Dan? Do we have a couple minutes? This is Gus Dallas, and Gus was my principal at Dayton Christian. He flew in from Los Angeles for this. And this was my art teacher, Terry Chamberlain at Dayton Christian. Why am I bent over talking like this? My art teacher, who let me make films in art class, and then that transferred into TV and all that. Am I boring you at home yet? And then Gus kept me in school because I had a little problem with truancy. So these gentlemen saved my life and started me on my right path. So I wanted to give them their props. So there you go.
There you go. Very good.
Okay.
Well, absolutely. And tonight you are being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I thought it was for people that had died. So I'm really, thanks. My wife says you're close. No, to think about who came before me and to make it possible for me to do what I did. And then, of course, it's exciting to think who's going to come after us. I mean, it's a neat thing, and hats off to Retha and Jim and Sharon that put this all together. So I'm excited. Where do we eat?
Right in there. So I'll let you get on over there, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate it.
You betcha. Now, this gentleman may not be in the usual look that you see him at, but nonetheless, very, very big night for him as he, too, is being inducted into the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. B-Man, John Beaulieu from WTUE, congratulations.
How you doing? I finally get to use this thing. It's been in the closet for, probably a few years, because last time I was here, my daughter got married here, so
wow.
I'm still paying on that, too.
Well, it's a big night for you, no doubt, and your thoughts as you enter the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's a big honor. I mean, I've been doing this, it'll be 33 years, and, I'm a multitasker. I've been doing a lot, and I've always appreciated the people that listen to the station, because I like to do a lot of things they do, and I haven't had a raise in years, so this is like a big thing for me. This is like a whole nother family. It's like a whole nother job when we're afforded the ability to go out and help the community and do whatever and have fun doing it. So to get an honor like this is like, it's like they like me.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think everybody likes you, John. And the thing about this is, I've worked in and outside of Dayton, and the one thing I always tell people about the Dayton broadcasting community that actually is a little different in other cities is though, during the workday, we're all competitive as heck. Once 5 o'clock comes, we're all friends.
Yeah, and it used to be so much more so, and now it's, ratings are ratings, and, the money for the advertising, so whatever, but that's one thing about this town is there was never a reason to leave because everybody, they are friends and cohorts, and I'm going with some folks tonight that I've worked with in the past and people I've respected. I mean, Cheryl McHenry, class act, and I've worked with David G. and Bucher and all that. Bucher's a little crazy, but we got the same initials, JB, so yeah, I mean, we have a lot of fun, and that's the beauty of it. When you can help out a community and have fun like we've done all these years, I mean, it's a blast to do what we do. It's not like it's been work.
Yeah, they actually pay us to do this. That's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's good to see you, John. Congratulations, and hope you enjoy yourself tonight.
I'm going to have a ball. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Very good. A long-time, well-known face in Dayton television, and also an inductee tonight into the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Larry Bailey, we're glad to have you here. We all remember summer nights, and we all remember much of the work that you did on Channel 7, and I'm sure tonight's a big night for you.
Jason, I appreciate it. You're the very first person to wish me congratulations. I really am humbled and honored to be amongst people like Cheryl and Jim Bucher and the B-Man, Beaulieu, and of course all the rest of them, which don't come to my mind at the moment. But it is an honor, and I think my course tonight is just going to be humility.
Well, one of the things I know that we talk about was the summer night show that you did with the late Gil Whitney. Right. Your memories of all.
Well, actually, what happened was Gary Mouse and I produced Gil's show for a number of years. And then, as you know, Gil passed in November of '82. And then we were charged with what do we do now? And so we just decided to create a whole new show, and we ran for 8 years, and it was fun, and it won some awards that we were happy about. And it was really one of the most fun times in my life.
And tonight it all pays off, and we're certainly glad to have you here as part. And I hope you enjoy yourself.
I'm enjoying myself already. Just seeing you again.
Oh my goodness! Well, Larry, thank you very much. Good to see you, and congratulations.
Good to see you. Thank you, Jason.
Absolutely. And of course, this lady, without a doubt, is recognizable to just about anybody in the Dayton area for many, many years. And tonight, she's being honored by being inducted into the Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Cheryl McHenry, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thanks to the entire Hall of Fame committee and everyone who watches News Center 7. I've had such a rewarding career at Channel 7 for 32 years, and I spent 3 years in radio before that in Cincinnati and Dayton. And I just feel so blessed to still be here and to have the viewers still watching, and for this wonderful honor. It's just tremendous.
I was going to say, you and I do share something in common in that we both worked at WHIO at one time or another.
We did, that's correct. Yeah, that was one of my first radio jobs, and it was a very key job to me because it was my first radio reporting job where I actually went out and covered news, and that really prepared me for working in television later, where I had a beat. George Wymer, who hired me at Wing Radio, is also one of my fellow inductees, so I'm very excited about that, and I'm proud of your career too, Jason.
Oh, God bless you. You know, you had the opportunity to work with so many influential people, you know, everybody from Don Wayne and Ed Kraling, who also is being inducted tonight posthumously, the late Gil Whitney, and so many others. And these are people. It's amazing that how people still react and remember them so fondly today.
They are all icons in the business and so well known locally, and I'm just so honored to have been able to work with them and to have been influenced by them, including Ed, who's being inducted tonight. And I just think we've had such loyal viewers. Now, people don't watch TV to the extent that they used to because we've got cable news now, but we're still so proud of what we do every day. And when people are looking for local news, we hope they come to us and remember Don and Jim and Ed and Gil because we try to carry on that tradition every day.
I'm sure they do, actually, and certainly wonderful to have you here tonight, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone. We don't have the greatest weather, but hey, it's nice in here. It's dry.
Enjoy yourself. Cheryl McHenry,
Thanks,
folks.
Jason. Thank you.
One of the well-known faces in Dayton broadcasting for many, many years was a gentleman by the name of Ed Kraling, who sat alongside Don Wayne on WHIO TV's newscasts for many, many years. Ed, of course, is no longer with us, but Ed's wife is tonight, and tonight your husband is being honored and joins broadcast immortality in this town in the Dayton Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
And I'm happy that he's being inducted into the Dayton thing. He was inducted into the State Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2004, so I'm really happy this is happening now, but I wish that Ed could have been here for either one of them, of course.
Well, you know, he had such a long and storied career, and he was well loved by all of the people here in Dayton because he loved this business.
And people still meet me and say, "Are you related to Ed Kraling?" Which, of course, I'm proud to say I am. So he had a 44-year broadcasting career. So yes, as a family, we're very proud of him. We truly are. But it's bittersweet for me because I hope I don't burst into tears. That's the big thing. I'll be accepting for him, but still, you know, it's not the same.
I can understand that. But you know what? We all watched Ed on television. We all saw his work in so many ways, and we're so glad that he's getting this honor tonight, and it's certainly wonderful to see.
Well, it's wonderful because when I went out to get a picture of him to get it for the convention center, and I thought it was taken at the studio, maybe they won't reproduce it at Walgreens, and this girl said, "I grew up watching your husband," so she made 5 copies.
Wonderful. Well,
nice
welcome. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Okay.